Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, then welcome. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see what do they think about you right now, and this is the person who is on your mind. In front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different image. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is Group 1, Group 2, and Group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, Group number 1. Okay, so what do they think about you right now? Okay, so we start off with this card. So that tells me that this person definitely, it's like you two cut off from this connection. So they feel pretty disconnected from you. And in fact, what's also coming to me is they feel like you guys are being childish, or you were. There's also something about the timing not being quite right with this connection. But despite all of that, I'm getting that this person feels like deep down, like they feel like you could be the one. Okay, so despite being disconnected from you, it not ending well, and them feeling like the timing just wasn't right for you two, it's like there's still this bit of hope that keeps this person wanting to pursue this and stay connected. Okay, so let's take a glimpse even further into what do they think about you right now. Okay, so we have the 5 of Pentacles. That makes me feel like, when you and this person cut off from each other, they felt really, like I said, disconnected from you, but kind of like they're on the outside looking in. Okay, so it's possible for some of you, you might have blocked them or they blocked you from social media. I'm just getting like a real cut off feeling. But like, even if that isn't the case, it's almost like it's worse if you two didn't unfriend each other or block each other from social media. I get the impression, just like I said, like they felt like they were on the outside looking in, and, you guys might be posting like, yeah, living my best life, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just getting that, like, not only was this breakup or disconnect, painful, because I see that with the 3 of Swords, but it's kind of got that feeling of like hurting yourself over and over again. So it's kind of like them already feeling disconnected, but at the same time so connected, and that's what makes them feel like you could be the one. But like everything that they saw, from social media, just like hurt them further. And that could even be what the childishness is about, is it's kind of like got that feeling of like them thinking that you're kind of doing things just to get under their skin. You know what I mean? So part of them feels like they see through you and what you post, and they do think deep down you miss them. But another part of them is like, wow, like this is over, especially if you're like posting yourself with other people, like other potential romantic people, partners. Yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles, so they're under the impression currently, okay, this is subject to change, this is just the current energy, kind of like you guys want nothing to do with them. So they're not sure like what would happen if they were to come back or hit you up. Or maybe they tried and it kind of fell flat. I'm kind of getting the impression that if they did, like you guys were secretly thrilled, but like wanting to play it to where like, oh, like you have care, just to kind of see like their sincerity and like would they come forward, and like admit something. And I don't feel like it happened. So you both kind of just dropped this idea, even if it's what you both want. they currently see you guys as somebody who is really just like focused on making money right now, okay? Yeah, just somebody who's kind of like turning up their head when it comes to this person, not really acting like you notice them at all. So even if you're both friends on social media, they could be posting that there was somebody else and you're acting like you don't even notice, even if you do, which I'm sure you do, because this is the person on your mind. But like you guys are really good at acting like nothing bothers you, even if it does. I'm actually getting kind of like Taurus vibes with this. Yeah, and then we have the Ten of Cups. So again, that tells me, along with this card, that this person really deep down, low key, thinks you guys are the one. Like no one compares to you, even if they're with somebody else, is what I'm getting. This definitely has the feeling that like if this person is with somebody, the person that they're with could be better for them on paper, but like you guys always had their heart, is what I'm seeing. But are the riskier option for this person. So that's interesting. Yeah, and then we have the Knight of Swords as kind of like the underlying energy of everything going on, which is somebody who's not like communicating with you, and if they do, it's very unlike what they want to be like. Okay, it could be kind of cold, kind of harsh, just, doesn't really represent their true intentions and emotions. So it's almost like this person feels like at this point they need to keep their distance until they feel balanced. Okay. And then I feel like they could hit you up. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into this connection. They say, "Will you choose me?" Okay, so that's interesting because it's like this person's kind of giving you guys like all the power. Okay. Which it makes me feel like, well, like, what do you want? Like, that's what I want to say to your person. But then we have like a beaming yes, okay? And it's the yellow. It's a yellow card. So that just makes me feel like this person just lights up at the thought, at entertaining the slightest possibility that you could want this too. This person feels like, yes, like this would be a dream come true. Like I've never been happier than when I was with you. Okay, that's like what comes to me when looking at this yes. I just feel like your person gets like the brightest smile, and it's just overcome with joy. Then we have time to ground yourself. So I feel like that's when your person acknowledges like they're getting out of hand with this like thinking that you two could be something, and then it's like reality comes and hits them in the face and they're just like left feeling hurt. Like I'm getting that like a cycle of hurt that this person goes through when thinking about you. And then we have I need time for me. Yeah. So with time to ground yourself and I need time for me, it's kind of like this person knows, and that's why they keep their distance, is it's like they need to see for themselves. Like they're trying to see for themselves, like before contacting you, like, is this for real? Like, do you want this too? So they're waiting. They're like waiting for, some kind of sign from you guys. Then they say, I meant what I said. And I feel like that's as far as like anything good that they ever said. They want you to know, despite the lack of action and the lack of communication, that anything that was good was real. Then we have Yana, and that again just like represents this person, going back and forth in their mind, one minute they're like, yeah, like I am all for this idea. And the next minute they're kind of like, nah, like you don't want the same thing. They like talk themselves out of it. Then we have another card that is definitely like the will you choose me card. They wonder, if I asked you to stay, would you leave? So it's kind of like this person definitely has their doubts when it comes to you. There's just, like I said, like a part of them that really feels like you want nothing to do with them, even if that's not true. And I honestly feel like those of you, you guys are kind of in the yeah, nah energy too. It's like part of you thinks, no, like I should let this ship sail. And another part of you guys thinks, no, but what if we could be something amazing? Meanwhile, while focusing on yourself and your money, okay, so that is legit. So it's like either one of you can talk each other in and out of it, and you're both kind of just waiting for the other to make the first real move, okay? Not just like say, hey, what you doing? Or, like, what's up? It's like, no, cut to the chase. Like, we've got too much history to just be keeping it casual like that, And to be playing that game of like, is the other going to reveal anything or am I going to have to? Yeah, then we have, I dream about you a lot, too much. Okay, so I feel like that's literal as well as like when I say literal, like their dreams at night, as well as they daydream about you too and like what you could be, like I said, and then they feel like they get out of hand and they need time to balance themselves, ground themselves, get back to reality. Because like I said, as soon as reality hits them and they realize they're not with you, it's like they break their heart again. Then we have definitely. Okay, so like the definitely and the yes is kind of like if you guys, I feel like, gave them the sign, it would like open the door for this person and they would come running through it. But as of right now, this person is definitely concerned about them healing and regaining their own balance within themselves before even entertaining coming forward towards you, all the while waiting to see if they hear from you. Okay, group number 1, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments, and if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 2. Okay, so what do they think about you right now? Okay, so there are 2 different stories coming to me as far as this group goes. Okay, so for some of you, this is somebody who is an ex or was like an ex. You were romantically involved with this person and now you two are no longer together. And then for the rest of you, this is a new person. Okay, and this person is, when they think about you, they are thinking, if this is an ex, like this could be a fresh start. Like they want a fresh start with you. And if this is a new person, this person is like, yes, like this new person, has got my attention. I'm feeling some type of way. Like, yes, like let's go, let's give this a go. So, okay, that is a refreshing energy to see. And in fact, I feel like a lot of you listening to this, a lot of you who chose this group, I feel like you're going to hear from this person pretty soon. Okay, so it could be like out of nowhere. Sometime around when you hear this video, so it could be before, during, or after, I feel like you're going to hear from this person. Okay, and it literally could come out of the blue. That's what I'm seeing with that. And all my videos are timeless, so it doesn't matter when you hear it versus when I posted this. And then, like, with the roses card, like, this person wants to, like, full-on romance you, okay? Like, possibly gift you with something. If not, I feel like you're going to feel like just hearing a sincere message from this person. Like they have every intention to take this connection with you somewhere, like is going to feel like a gift. Like this is a very refreshing energy is what I feel overall. But for others of you, I do see a literal gift, at least down the line. Okay, and like they want to wine and dine you. Is what I'm seeing. I'm actually kind of getting like just a very like this person, if you respond like, yeah, like this is what I want too, I just feel like they're going to be on top of the world. Ex or new person. So that's cool to see. Okay, so with the heart in the cage though, I'm getting though this person is still like a bit guarded though when it comes to fully opening up, which, I mean, it's like they do feel like overall you are the key to opening up this cage that's around their heart. But it's just about allowing you. Like they know they want you. That's definitely established in their mind. It's just allowing this to unfold. Now, for some of you, this could definitely be a mirror. Like you guys could also be somewhat guarded. And like deep down, like your interest is there as well in this person. But you still have your heart in the cage, even if you feel like deep down they'd be the key to opening that up. So I'm definitely getting like a mirror between you two. One of you is definitely a little bit more guarded than the other. But it's like you both want this. It's just about both of you allowing it to unfold is what I'm seeing with this. Okay, so let's take a look even further into what do they think about you. Okay, so we have the Death card. So my initial reaction is it's kind of like, I feel like you and this person kind of come in and out of each other's life. Okay, in fact, I want to get out the rest of some of the other cards to like show the story that's coming to me. I'll just get them all out. Okay, so yeah, I'm getting the impression you two, again, if this was an ex, I feel like, I definitely see that you guys broke up or took a break. But if this is a newer person, it kind of has that feeling of like you two kind of, for some reason, like, are there one moment in each other's lives and then the next you're not. And then you're back. Okay. So this definitely has a feeling like whenever you hear this, like you two will be back in each other's life. Okay. It's just got that fresh start feeling. And like somebody's mind is made up. Okay. So even if this is a new person, maybe there was some reason that you two couldn't be together. And so it's not necessarily that you two were in and out of each other's life, but that neither one of you could act on this. So there was a sense of keeping your distance and keeping feelings on the low. And then with the Death card here, it's like some kind of change could have occurred to where you're both like able now. That's like the feeling I'm getting. There's also something coming across where you two kind of view each other in a different light. Okay, so it's possible one of you were into the other and the other wasn't, and all of a sudden, like it could have just been like one of you saw each other as a friend or coworker or something, whatever makes sense to your story. And then all of a sudden, like a shift in perception, got this person or you thinking romantically about each other. So that's interesting. That's going to go for some of you, not all of you. Either way, there is definitely some kind of actual change that is allowing you two to give this a go. But there's also you two are seeing each other differently in a good way. Okay, like you're both going through a glow up or something. You're just really shining. And I feel like you both are like magnetically drawn to each other. So yeah. Your person though. It's funny to me because they view you guys as being really low key. And maybe you are. Okay. And it could be due to whatever in the past made it to where you two couldn't show that you had feelings. But they're being the exact same way. Okay, I feel like this is actually more their energy. Okay, so they're coming across like the King of Swords here. You guys are definitely more the Queen of Cups. If you're a guy watching this could be more your energy. But yeah, make it work for you. Either way, your person is coming across like they're very observant and they keep their feelings on the low. They let logic rule them. Very intelligent. You're very intelligent and perceptive as well, though. You're definitely more guided, though, by intuition and the heart. Although your person's intuitive as well, though. Okay, so even though they, act all boss-like and like they let logic rule them, they're definitely in tune with their intuition, though. Their heart, that definitely feels like it takes a little bit more time. So they're definitely the one who came to me first as far as this card goes. But I'm also getting it's you as well, though. So there definitely is a bit of hesitation, even if this is what you both want. And keeping things on the low. But energetically, like, things are at work between you two is what I'm seeing. In fact, I feel like you both have, like, a connection on the 5D. You dream about each other. You get songs through music. You two know how each other are doing and feeling, even if you haven't communicated. So you two are really, like, connected. Even when you try not to be, is what I'm getting. That's interesting. But I do see it, going from being all low-key and everybody keeping it cool and professional to all of a sudden that changing abruptly. And then, like, wham, bam, like, one thing after another is going to take place. It could be a message. It could be seeing them in person. And just, like, it's like one of those things where you'd be like, if you told me, like, we'd be together a year ago, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. Like, it's got that kind of a feeling to it. Yeah, and like with the Ace of Cups, it just has such a pureness to it and like a mutual feeling. In fact, I feel like some of you have actually prayed about this connection. Like if it was meant to be, like let it happen or give me a sign. And I feel like that's what this is. But if it's not meant to be, also give you a sign. So yeah, like this is a general reading, so this isn't going to resonate for all of you. But as of right now, with the current energy, it does show that you two are on the path to becoming something. It is subject to change, but as of right now, that's what I'm seeing. They think you guys are so beautiful or so handsome too, by the way. Oh, this is such a sweet reading. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further. Okay, they say happiness is my priority. Okay, so I feel like that energy is what created this change within this person and the change that they made into their life where they are now available. They say, I worry about us a lot. Okay. I don't necessarily get that this person worries a lot, but due to the fact that they are coming across like an air sign, I think they do have a tendency to get caught up in their head and like overthink at times. But again, they're smart and aware enough to realize when they're doing that and to step back and to like have that faith, But it could also be, I feel like this person has kind of had you guys waiting and that caused worry, like they didn't want to lose you. Oh my gosh, yeah, I totally forgot that was the next card. They say, I don't want to lose you. Right. So I pretty much just explained that. That's the only thing that comes to me as far as them worrying about you. Then they say, do you even care? Okay, so that has more to do with if this is an ex, okay? It could also have to do with the new person and just like them wondering if this is mutual. Like if you feel the same, if you have the same interest. Yeah, because then we have, what do you want? You hurt me, but that's okay, I guess. Okay, that's definitely more of an ex. Unless some of you and the new person, like, it didn't quite tick off or somebody said something, but I'm getting that would be for a way smaller portion of you. But either way, this card always, like, signifies that, hey, even though we got into it, like, you're still the one I want. And we have, I could be your hero, baby. Okay, yeah, I was kind of getting that, like, peacock energy. Especially with the change card here, like, this person having their eye on you, like, low-key, but also, like, creating some kind of change where they, like, stand out more to get your attention is what I'm seeing. Yeah, they want to, like, evoke the same thing they feel for you. They want you to feel that for them. So there could have even been a literal physical change to this person. Like they dress different, they talk different, they act different, especially when you're around is what I'm getting with that. They say, I have so much desire for you. Yeah, I was definitely picking up on that magnetic energy. Then we have weight, which is kind of conflicting because I feel like that's what was more in the past. So it's possible that could be in regards to them really opening up their hearts. So even when they're, you know, like approaching you, getting this to go somewhere, they still might be kind of slow when it comes to opening up their heart. I feel like you guys are quicker in that way. You're more comfortable and in touch with your emotions than they are. But wait means like, I'm trying to get there to that place, but I'm not yet. But that's the goal. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. I don't necessarily get that means like a physical wait. Like I feel like the waiting is over. But again, it's a general reading. It's going to be different for all of you. For some of you, this person might still need some time in order to make the change to have it to where you two can be together. So take what resonates with that. Then they say love is the answer. So it's kind of like, despite, you know, anything from the past, this person wants to remind you that love is the answer. To remember what it is that you both want. Okay, group number 2, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so what do they think about you right now? Okay, so what comes to me when I look at these cards is that this person wants to come back around as a friend to you. Okay. They feel like that is the best way that they would be keeping the peace. So that's an interesting way to start out. With that, though, for some reason, they feel like talking to you and it actually going anywhere is a bit of a gamble. Okay. And as far as like you two giving this connection, I want to say like another go, even if it's like a newer connection, feels like a risk. And for some reason with the Mask card here, this person feels like, do I even know the real you? Are you presenting the real you to me? So that could even be what feels like, you know, like this is a gamble, this is a risk. Like you're one of those people that they feel like liking you is a risk for some reason. Yeah. They want to know like, what are your intentions, you know? In fact, I'm getting like the lyric. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm not saying that that's true, but that's like what's coming across. They hope it's not true, but they're wondering. But either way, they feel like, for some reason you two were meant to meet, and they want to explore that further and like see, could you two become something real? So I do see though, there is an interest here, and this person does want to come around as a friend, but they're really like testing the waters with you. Okay. All right, so let's take a glimpse even further into what do they think about you right now. Okay, so for some reason, this person is really trying to muster up the strength to even talk to you. Okay, yeah. So this is interesting. I feel like they're also trying to tap into their inner strength, period. So it's possible a lot of different, things are going on in their life and it feels chaotic. And I just get that feeling of wanting to be the calm, like in the midst of a storm, like being that center calmness, That's what they're trying to do right now. Meanwhile, though, they come across like they're dealing with fear right now. Okay. So I feel like instead of getting caught up in that fear, that's where this strength card is coming from. And it could be, because this is about you guys, I feel like there's something going on where something scares them about contacting you or talking to you. It's all part of this risk. Yeah, you're trying to get clarity on this. Like this person nobody wants to feel this way. Like chaotic and like their emotions are, like out of control and stuff. They're trying to be this strong, courageous, brave person who's centered, balanced, and confident. That's who they want to come forward as your friend. But as long as they're feeling all this turmoil inside and that, it's kind of a risk to talk to you, it's like they stay back. But they're also trying to get clarity, like shine the light on these fears that are coming up. They're trying to tap into their own inner truth about the situation and see if anything, becomes revealed as far as you two go with the mask here and the Ace of Swords here. But until that clarity comes and the fear subsides, it's like this person is just going to continue to work on being their strongest, like tap into their own strength and peace. There is something about you, though, that makes this person feel like they've known you forever. Like there is like this feeling of destiny, like brought us together type feeling, and them wanting to explore that further. And I feel like if this person got the clarity that they want, they would move forward with this connection. And I do see them being willing to put in the work to make this work with you. This very well could be like a past life connection with the Six of Cups and the Compass card. But currently, this person's kind of like, I'm going to do my own thing, to get right with myself. But in the meantime, they're like kind of waiting, like to see if they'll hear from you. And to see that, if anything you have to say will spark that clarity to where they could see through the lies and the fear that's coming up for them. It could be, too, for some of you, it's possible, like this is going to be different for all of you, that some of you might have did something that sabotaged the connection with this person. And that could be why this mask is here with this fear. It's like either way, you're both interested, but they're holding back. until they can shine the light on the fear that's coming up for them. Okay, so let's take a look at the message cards to get a glimpse even further into this connection. Okay, so they say, I am terrified. Yeah, like that's what we see with the Nine of Swords here. Like at first I thought that was a bit much until I saw the message card confirm it. They say, I hope you'll wait for me. So yeah, this person, they have no intention on taking any action towards you until like some kind of clarity comes to them, and then they want to move forward, like I said, like as this friend, feeling stronger than what they do now. Then they say your family won't like me, which is interesting because that could also be, like this is going to be different for all of you, so I feel like this is only going to go for a small portion of you. You'll know if it fits. Okay, so often I get from my group 3 is like there's something about you guys and the person on your mind that comes across as being like the opposite of what you normally go for, and that could be background, that could be different beliefs, an age gap, something that could be a factor, and that you guys are both like, those that mean the most to us, our family and friends, may or may not approve of it, and you're dealing with that. For others of you, there could be something else that's the reason that they think your family won't like them. But again, I feel like that's a smaller portion of you. But that could also be what the fear's about. They say you already know, so they're trying to like telepathically like be like, come on, like don't act like you don't know that I'm interested in you, even though you're not hearing from me and you're not getting any action. I'm trying to get right with myself. Okay, that's like what's coming through here. Then we have I'm manifesting you. Yeah, they're manifesting to hear from you for sure. That's what that 3 of Wands is like. Like they're on the edge. They're waiting. They're like, if I just got that sign from you, I would just dive right into this connection. That could be the clarity they're waiting for that would diminish the fear. They say they're a very jealous person. Again, to me, these are pretty specific messages about the family and the jealousy. I don't feel like that's going to be all of your guys' story. Again, it's going to be a smaller portion of you. Like they could have got insecure and jealous about something they saw, maybe you post on social media or gave somebody else attention or something, could have to do with a message on your phone or something. But I do get the impression they read more into the situation, for those of you that this resonates with, than like what was actually there. And they acknowledge that. Like they're aware enough to know that. Then we have I'm too afraid to talk. Okay, so that's 2 cards about that. Exactly. That could even be what the fear is about. Okay? Like it's a gamble to talk to you. So they don't. So they're waiting to hear from you. Then they say, I just want space. Yeah, because it's easier to deal with what's coming up for them than to talk to you right now. Then they tell you to be more selfish, so I find that to be interesting and kind of a curveball. It's almost like because this person is definitely being selfish in the way that they're putting themselves first, but, like I've said before, filling your own cup is necessary before you can help to fill anybody else's cup. So it's not really selfish, but it's like they want you to put yourself first. That's interesting. So that's going to mean different things for all of you listening. They say, I just wish things were different. But at the same time, I feel like they know they have to acknowledge what is and then go from there. And then we have reach out, which is exactly like the overall energy with the 3 of Wands here is like this person. It's honestly like if they heard from you, I feel like it would clarify like what they're wondering, what they're fearing. and they would regain their strength back. Like, yeah, they're trying to do it on their own, and I do feel like they should do it on their own, but yeah, so this person's kind of all over the place currently. And that's just their current energy. It doesn't mean it's going to be this way, you know, all the time. It's just right now, whenever you hear this. But they really are like trying to ground themselves and get peace and clarity on the situation with you before moving forward. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. Thank you all so much for being here. Bye, guys.